And now, it's time for Socially Awkward Media with Levack and Goss. Awkward on 104.5 The Team.
I don't know where we were getting awkward media from. Socially Awkward Media, you tweeted us, you message us on Facebook. We share it with the public, potentially shame you or us, depending upon how it goes down.
There's a bunch of different ways to be a part of this. Facebook.com/1045 The Team. Leave a post on there. We'll make sure to shout you out. Also on Twitter at 1045 The Team. Levack's Twitter at the Jeff Levack, and my Twitter account at Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ. We start with Marcus. Marcus wrote this. Remember that horrible James Harden performance against the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference semifinals? Yes. Yeah, Marcus had an explanation for it. There's only one plausible explanation for Harden's performance. He suffered a Freaky Friday incident, and he switched bodies with Lindsay Lohan for the night.
I think Lohan would at least lashed out a little bit.
She would have dropped at least 10 and 6.
I agree, and I think, yeah, she would have fouled out. I think she would have beat somebody up. She would not have taken that beat down the way he did. It
may have been one of the better explanations we've heard, though. You thought the same thing, possibly a body switching scenario is really what happened.
No, I think it's the. I think he just was so overconfident. He forgot that you actually have to play basketball to win a game. Like even against a team that you think you should beat, that'd be the case. And hey, man, it won us lunch. So whatever.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting our lunch eventually. I'm pretty pumped about that.
I'm thinking next Thursday we should push him to it.
Done. Right. Done. We're going to talk to him soon. We will both agree with this, though. It is not the explanation that their GM, the Houston Rockets, Daryl Morey, gave to the public that maybe we should have rested him more in the regular season.
Yeah, that's silly. He's what, 28?
Yeah.
And he's fine. He rests every time he's on defense.
Daniel wrote this, and am I the only Knicks fan who is happy they didn't get a top 3 pick?
You know, it's funny he says that because I have been thinking about it, and I feel like if they had a top 3 pick, I'd just be waiting to be disappointed. But since it's the 8th pick, I'm already disappointed, so I can get over it before the draft.
It would have been nice if you got Lonzo Ball, because he can play a little bit. Markelle Fultz is good. Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, but those are top 4 guys, so.
Yep, Frenchie Frank. That's our dude.
That's about it.
Nicolina or something.
Nilakina. Frenchie Frank. Joe wrote this in. Remember that Cavaliers owner, Dan Gilbert, and his son was always the one there when the Cavaliers would win the lottery? He goes, that rich kid, the NBA couldn't help themselves but to pick the Cavaliers every year. But I have a feeling tonight it's going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think what Joe's hitting at here is that he believes the lottery may have been rigged. The Lakers get in the top 3. They don't lose their pick. It's Boston, Philadelphia, and LA, some storied franchise in the NBA. We're not ready to go with the lottery is rigged in 2017 argument, are we?
Nah, I mean, what was the fireback we saw from one of our guys who contributes to the show? Was like, yeah, the 2 of the best franchises in the history of the NBA just decided to suck for like 10 years each to give the NBA a chance to rig the draft for them.
Yeah, right, exactly. They have an idea. Let's have Philadelphia and LA be terrible for years to draft unproven 19-year-olds. That's what would be good for the league. Yeah, I'm not going with the rig thing either. They have so many things that are involved in who's watching it, the ping pong balls bouncing around, all the combinations. It's okay if a good franchise struggles for a little bit and then tries to get good. That is sports across the board. The NBA constantly gets the this is rigged thing for years.
With what happened at the Oscars, too, no one can get away with anything right now. Come on. La La Land. La La Land. No.
Brian Cody wrote in, by the way, grab some lunch menus and start circling. Thank you, Brian Cody. Woods, we got to decide, man. Next Thursday, we'll figure out where we want to go.
I take Texas de Brazil. He said he wanted to do a buffet.
Texas de Brazil. Maybe one of our sponsors. We'll figure something out. Maybe Buffalo Wild Wings will help us out.
I'm not opposed to a Buffalo Wild Wings run.
All right.
Whatever. Or, there's other places too. Look, man, basically, I just know I'm not paying. I don't care. We can go anywhere.
Chuck wrote this in. Heard your interview with Buster Olney yesterday. This is last week. Yeah. Mike and Mike just asked him the same exact questions. Guess you guys are doing something right.
I don't think any tweet made me more angry than that one.
Angry? You should have taken it as a compliment.
No, I know, and it was meant to, and that's great, but I like being different. I like saying stuff that nobody else is saying, and I thought my over-the-top homerism was unique to this show.
It was just that the New York teams, we feel like we're dominating the baseball headlines past week.
So. In all seriousness, that is a compliment. So thank you, I appreciate it. As you know, Mike and Mike, it's coming to an end.
Yeah, they're constantly stealing our questions. So that's why. That's what was the end of it. Really.
That's why we split them up. We're like, Trey, you better get Greeny out of here.
Peter wrote this. The New York Mets, certainly don't want Matt Harvey to go to AAA Las Vegas. Okay, Peter.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, party time in Vegas.
He'll be at the Raiders game now, just drunk, sitting in the field where it's supposed to be. I got to tell you, man, if somehow Matt Harvey and Tim Tebow end up on the same minor league team together, the baseball world will stop. It'll just stop cold in the tracks.
You know, the most conventional statement would be, well, Matt Harvey won't party in Las Vegas because he's in AAA and he's got to get his act together. He'll be fine. No. He would still party.
Right.
Like, he would get in. He's a pitcher. He's going to pitch one every 5 days. He would live it up in Vegas. He'd probably want to go.
If he's not listening to the big league coaches, what makes you think he's going to listen to guys in Vegas? Come on, man.
Marcus wrote this in. Do you think anybody would ever take the number 0 for the Yankees?
We said today, because I was thinking about it, it would either have to be a super, super prospect like a Blake Rutherford or a free agent like a Bryce Harper who, like, the final stipulation on top of the $400 million contract is, I'd like 0. Because I don't see them doing that anytime soon.
I don't think anybody wants it. It's a weird number.
That's why you want it, though.
You think so?
Yeah. Especially because so there's a history of being a single digit for a Yankee. Like, if you get the single digit, you're a Hall of Famer, basically. You know what I mean? So I can see somebody asking for it. I like the whole double number thing they got going on all of a sudden. As soon as they clear out Ellsbury, I think you start. I think you want like 33, 77, 99, 88. You want those ones.
I do too. I'd like to see a funny number like a 76 or like an 82.
Like Torres with the 74.
Right. All these random numbers that have to get retired soon that are nowhere close to being baseball numbers.
Towards the end of the 60s and right before the 70s that people use and laugh at.
Joe is axed up on Twitter. Joe asked this. Pretty sure I saw Levack on ESPNU. Was that you with the Budweiser?
All right. Full disclosure, I absolutely had a Budweiser in my hand, but I was at Hooters. Well, because I got to watch UFC and Albany Lacrosse. Scott Marr was going to get me tickets for the game, but I was out of town until like right before the face-off, and I'm not going to bother the guy. I literally got back into town 10 minutes before, so I went. I went to the Orange Roof and didn't get rained on. And just, I might have made it right.
Were you confused by the tweet when it came into?
I thought it was great.
Right, like, am I there?
Well,
who looks like me there? What's going on?
That did. Like, a couple people have since told me, like, and before that there's people out there who look just like me. Now, first of all, I'm so sorry. Second of all, I need to see who my doppelgangers are. Like, I want to see somebody who looks like me.
The closest I got to one of our doppelgangers was that weird plane. No, yeah, of course, SpongeBob. Yeah. I know SpongeBob. But remember we were watching that plane incident in some country, and like the video was stopped at a certain angle in a certain way. I'm like, whoa, that looks like me. And when you play the video, it doesn't look like me. That was the closest we got.
Stop,
yeah, Criminals, great, look like me.
You look like Chevy Chase from European Vacation when you're on vacation. You wear the hat with the flat brim almost and the
full
glasses.
dad mode.
Yeah.
Speaking about trips, we have some tweets coming in from our trips yesterday. DRB wrote in, did Goz get Taco Bell for breakfast?
No, you didn't.
No.
Loser.
Morano wrote in, I've never seen an 11-ounce can wear Death Wish coffee, and then responded and wrote, the cans need some headspace for the nitrogen.
Yeah, so when you get them, they're amazing. You got to shake them, okay? So when you can hear the liquid moving, you shake them, and the can's full. And then you pop it and drink it. It's really great.
Those guys from Death Wish were awesome. Just handing out the free gear, doing their own thing, getting confused for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, they pull up in the same kind of limousine Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in. So, like, the security staff at the mothership is sitting there going, oh, hey, let's go get him. Let's go take care of him, make sure he's set. And meanwhile, all of our, like, 5'7" friends.
With beards and jeans.
Yeah, and Death Wish hoodies.
Guys? Last one here was Linda just wrote in, no, us women listeners are not imaginary.
Linda's been around from the beginning. She's a Denver fan, though, so I try to forget about her once in a while, which she knows is a compliment. Did you see? I've got my own socially awkward media.
Oh, boy.
Ben Simmons' sister. She tweeted out, of course, Ben Simmons was the first overall pick last year in the draft. I hope my brother dunks on Lonzo Ball so hard next year that his daddy runs out on the court to help him up. Olivia Simmons.
Yikes.
Dude, LeVar Ball made no friends yesterday with what he pulled on Colin Cowherd. That happened while we were there, so we read about it. I got a chance to watch it last night. I pulled it up on some website. He is a jerk. Like, he is. I mean, look, man, you're allowed to say whatever you want to say. I think the world's too politically correct already. But if you hate him, I don't blame you one bit. I never would have bought the stupid shoes in the first place. Now there's no way. She was asking legitimate questions. Like, don't you think that if you paired up with one of the major companies, you could have marketed to women too and made more money? Well, yeah, if you want to market to women, we talking about big baller brand. And like, he did sound awful threatening, and then he made fun of Whitlock's weight. And if you're going to make fun of somebody's weight, do it to their face. As
much as Fox Sports would want to deny what had went on with LeVar Ball and that Christy Leahy did as best as she could in the interview.
She did great, actually.
They loved every second of that. There's a reason people are still booking LeVar Ball as a guest on the show. They had content for hours because of that interview. As much as Fox Sports want to rant and rave about how badly they were mistreated by LeVar Ball, they were given exactly what they wanted. That's why I get what Christy Leahy was trying to do as a reporter, but you've known what you've been getting into with LeVar Ball. I don't feel bad that you made a mistake and felt like, wow, he's being disrespectful and outlandish and outrageous.
Well, the truth is, like, he said he was scared of her. The truth is, you can tell by his body language and everything, he was intimidated. Smart women intimidate that man, and that's going to be fun for the rest of his life.
I'm not ready to go as far as that, man. I was going to say that.
I've seen it before.
People are doubting LeVar Ball.
The fact that he couldn't turn to face her. Because you see him, man, whenever Skip, Kellerman, whoever, he's right there. Hey, you, he was legitimately intimidated by her. And there's certain guys that the loudest barkers, man, a lot of them, you put a smart woman in front of him, he knows she's going to make him look stupid, and he shuts right up. That's why I was shocked to have women call the show.
Perfect segue to close up Socially Awkward Media. Remember, you can always be a part of the show no matter what, not even just on a Thursday. Whenever you want to be a part of this, always open to us on social media, Facebook.com/1045 The Team, Twitter accounts at 1045 The Team, at the Jeff Levack for Levack, and for me, it's at Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ.